I love these little pancake lenses from Canon. This is the 24. It is small, lightweight, affordable, and when I put it on my DSLR, it just becomes a smaller package that I'm much more likely to take out on an evening stroll. So, why would you pay $700 more for the exact same focal length? I've got 4 reasons why somebody might choose the Sigma over the Canon. The first point is compatibility. Sigma's is an EF lens. That's compatible with both full frame and crop sensors. Canon, EFS only, so it's only going to work on your Rebel series and your 70Ds. Now, one big point of confusion often for new folks is that the fact that one is for full frame, one is for crop only, but you know what? When they're both mounted on a crop sensor camera, they both offer the same field of view and the same equivalent focal length, which is right about 38 millimeters. And that actually is a fantastic walk-around general focal length. The second major difference I want to talk about now is their maximum aperture. The Sigma offers f1.4. The Canon is limited to f2.8. Now that difference translates into 2 different things in real-world shooting. With a wider maximum aperture, you can let in more light. In low light situations, shooting side by side, Sigma versus the Canon, with the Sigma, you're going to be able to open that aperture up and it's going to allow you to keep your shutter speed a little faster to avoid blurring your subjects, or to keep your ISO a little bit lower to have cleaner photos. The other real world difference is the amount of background blur. The wider an aperture, the more out of focus it's possible to make the background. Now just because you buy a lens with f1.4 doesn't mean I'm advocating that you should always walk around shooting at 1.4, but it does give you the opportunity to do it when it makes for a stronger image. Use for video is another major difference. Now it's important that we separate the folks that just want to pick up and use their DSLR like a camcorder from the more professionals who want to carefully manually focus. This STM lens provides nice and smooth autofocus. You can touch to focus and it does it nicely, smoothly, and quietly. The Sigma lens does not do that, but it does offer a really nice big manual focus ring to grab and easily focus. The Canon really suffers when you try to manually focus with it because that ring is tiny, it's hard to get your finger on it, and it also is focused by wire, so you get this kind of hesitation at times. Now the last point is one that many of you have probably been waiting for, and that is the quality differences between a lens that costs $850 and $150. Well, let's break this quality down into a couple of pieces. The first is sharpness. Surprisingly, in our tests on a crop sensor camera, they're quite similar. The Sigma certainly offers a little bit more sharpness, but not nearly as much as you would expect. The next quality point I want to touch on is vignetting. That is the darkening of the corners around the edge of the frame. Now, to be fair, we're testing this on crop sensor camera, and the Sigma is made for full frame, so there's a lot of extra glass there, and the bits that are vignetting are just passing by the sensor, not being picked up. Whereas on the Canon side, this is a much smaller lens made just for crop sensors, and so we are seeing those edges. If you throw this lens on a full frame camera, you will notice some vignetting around the edges, but it's definitely not bad. It's important to remember that you can correct for many of these issues either in camera or in post-production with a program like Lightroom. Really, it comes down to you. What are you going to do with this gear? Don't get hung up on the numbers and needing the absolute best. What I want you to do is get one of these lenses and get out there shooting. If you appreciated this review, take a moment and hit that thumbs up button. That's an easy way to thank me for my time. If you'd like to be notified when future videos, tips, tricks, photography how-tos are released, take a moment and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know more about the Sigma 24, see some sample images, how it stacks up against the Canon f1.4, first link right down below this video gives you all of that information. Thanks for watching.